All right, folks, so here we are once again coming to you for the last somewhat official week here for Red Bank High School economics class online, everything else that's kind of been happening, and a few other details that's been going on. So here's a couple of things, guys, that I want to remind you of as far as what's going on and everything else. The first one is, if you guys are following along on the class of 2020 Google Classroom and everything else, you've probably already heard this from Ms. Penagos, but I'm going to remind you guys of what's going to happen. This Tuesday, all right, roughly around 1 to 2 p.m., we are pretty much going to drop every single senior out of economics at this particular point. The main reason being is you guys only need 2 social studies credit after we've checked all the different groups and people that have been taking classes. Most of you guys already have those 2 social studies credits, whether it's geography, world history, U.S. history, something. You guys already have those 2 social studies credit for pretty much everybody has qualified at that particular point. So if you want to stay in the econ class, you have to email me no later than tomorrow by 12 p.m. Tuesday, April 28th. All right, again, why? The email is to basically let me, Ms. Penagos, Mr. Kinniger, anybody else who's working on the rosters in Power School know that you have to stay in there, all right, for everything else, at least at this particular point. And again, the reason this happened is because of this whole COVID-19 coronavirus stuff. They dropped 2 social study credit hours from mandatory graduation requirements. So this is, again, why most of you guys meet that. Again, if you'd like to stay in the class, we're not going to stop you. You just have to let us know. Why stay in the class? Again, grade can't go anywhere but up right now. It's a good GPA boost on a transcript. And if you are not a senior, all right, most of you guys are going to stay automatically, so you have to have this class still to graduate until things basically change in the next couple of years. Who knows how this is going to basically shake itself out. All right, so that's probably the biggest thing here by tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday, about 1, 2 p.m., guys. This is going to happen, and a lot of you guys aren't going to see economics at all in your Power School because, quite frankly, you don't have to have it anymore, as unlike what you used to do back before all this stuff went down. Some things, guys, again, just to kind of go through some updates on everything else. In-school classes are not going to happen any way, shape, or form for any other major ways as far as what that basically looks like and entails. So that's not going to happen at all. All testing has been canceled in major ways for a lot of different people as far as this stuff goes with it. And again, this is the biggest thing so far. March 20th anchor grades. That's probably going to be the biggest time as far as that stuff goes. And the changing to graduation requirements as far as that. May 4th is the last day officially for seniors, guys. This is a week from today. Officially, classes are supposed to be done on the 1st. So if you guys stay with me through the end of the week, May 1st will be it. We only have work covering up until this Friday, and then Monday is makeup for anything else you might have as far as that stuff goes. Excuse me. We don't know how we're going to get you guys all your stuff. We don't know how we're going to clean out lockers yet. We're supposed to have a couple meetings this week, so I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. Right now, prom, I don't think it's going to happen. They've tried to mention, but they've not given us any specific dates. Graduation, they're mentioning late June or late July possibilities as far as that stuff goes. And food delivery is still being sent out every other day on buses and also at elementary school sites throughout the county. Our closest one here at Red Bank High School, food deliveries at Red Bank Elementary for you guys to be able to kind of look at that. Okay, so here's the deal. Again, for economics, where the whole situation kind of sits, we've got the last section worth of stuff this week, Econ Section 70 Folio and Review, or the Econ Section 7 papers, and hopefully no issues there will basically come of it. So, again, if you're looking at it, classwork section 7, got a few people already turned it in. You've got these top 2 things, the Google Sheets, guys. That's just basically kind of going through everything for Section 7, or you've got the PDF copy of the paper packet. You can print off, take questions and answers on paper at home, or you can do the answer doc. That's a Google Doc that I gave you at the exact same time. All right, so that's pretty much the deal for what we've got at this particular point. So today, what we're going to work on together is continuing the 7 review. We actually started it last Friday. We're going to add a little bit more to it today and for the rest of the week. That's what we'll kind of finish, and then I'll add some more to the Section 7 papers for your answer doc if you decide to go that route at the exact same time. All right. So here's the situation. We've already done the e-folio. We've done the car real life outline, the home, and the paying for college or education debt web quest. And then what you guys were supposed to pick last Friday is in this Section 7 Google sheet. You can see down here there's the instructions, the basic layout of the first tab. Second tab says job. You guys are supposed to pick a job wherever it is you want to work. Not wherever it is you want to live or where you're living right now. If you want to live in Atlanta, New York, Seattle, Houston, again, Chicago, I don't care. But you need to figure out what the job is going to pay. That's what we call cost of living there. And then the other thing was basically looking at the houses and what goes into it as far as, what goes into the cars. So basically you took something you've already done, hopefully, and filled it in there. This next tab is the next one here today, guys, where, real simple, you're basically going to look at a house again. So if you've done that e-folio, you have a house real life outline already prepared. All you do is you go in, so I'll show you this one right here. All right, there's a home online catalog you guys can look up. So here's the main thing, guys, when you do this, please make sure and go back and look at what city you're living in, because this is where people get really weird. And again, this is called cost of living. Each city has a different cost of living standard. It's how much money is required to live in that place. Okay? So if I'm working in Chattanooga, Tennessee, I don't want to look up a house that is in, Atlanta, Georgia. You want to live, hopefully, in that same place wherever it is you're working. So I would just, probably look up, Chattanooga, Tennessee. There it is right there. Click search, and it's literally going to pull up everything. So I'm just going to click on this first one. This is what's really nice about this. It automatically gives you a bank. If you want to just use their bank, we've shown you this last week. But you scroll past all this. Scroll past the map. Scroll past the info. Scroll past when you want to take a tour. Scroll past the value of the house. What you want to get to is this monthly cost thing right here. All right. Then you click on this little principal interest thing, and it gives you all the information you're going to need. So look at this. This is how much it's going to estimate cost me. This is the price. This is the down payment. That's the percentage of how much I got to have. And there's the interest on the loan that I'm going to get. So literally all I do is I come back here. I've got my address. So I can copy that down right there. There's my address. And go ahead and copy that in there. The price of the house. Let's go down here so we can look at it. There's the price of the house. Let's copy that into here. Down payment. Take a look. There's how much the down payment is. I'm copying that down. Look at that. And then the name of the bank you chose and the bank APR. So if you're just doing this, as far as this stuff goes, you can click on see current rates and you can look at all these different things. Or if you wanted to, you could basically just list Zillow if you're going to use their numbers. So I'm just going to say Zillow. That's going to be the name of my bank. Let's go back here. Past the map, past all this stuff. Again, I don't want the video tour. I don't want any of this other stuff. Alright, there's the price of my house and how much it's valued at. So let's scroll back down here. There we go. There's my monthly costs. I click on the $669 a month. There's the mortgage rate, 3.65. It's 3.685. Watch this. I can copy that in here. And then this is the next thing. 30 years times 12. That's how many months it is. Make sure you notice that. That's 360. Boom, right there. Take a look at that. That's how much your house payment's actually going to cost you. All right. So you can see all of this stuff has basically been done for you, and this is the main thing. Biggest thing here, guys, two things. One, make sure you pick a house where you live. Two, if you don't like that deal, you can go up to this website right here and you can literally look at a home loan catalog. All right, you can look at different banks that are going to offer you different options. This website that I'm having you look at, realestateinzillow.com, literally has a bank that they like to work with. That's what they like to work with. You don't have to use their bank, okay? You can go back and you can click on this and you can shop around to see which banks may give you a better deal. So whereas I may have to pay $404 with Zillow's bank, I may be able to pay like $350, all right, with this particular bank if I wanted to search elsewhere, okay? And then the last one right here, basically, guys, is exactly what you did in the eFolio. Pick a college. Tell me how much the tuition is for 2 or 4 years, the whole price of college, however long it takes you to graduate. What is your interest rate on a loan that you want? It's going to show you how much interest it is. It's going to show you how much the total cost of the loan is when you fill all that stuff out, and look at all these different kinds of things. And then how long, all right, do you get at that particular deal? So you can click on this and you can use it to fill in all those different kinds of things. So now, by the end of the day today, you've got a job, and that's how much you're getting paid a month. You've got a house payment. There's how much that is. You've got a car payment, and then you're going to have to pay back a student loan. Then tomorrow we'll do how much you pay in a credit card, and then how much you pay for your average expenses or bills. And then you'll notice when we get to the end, that green number that is blank right now will be filled in, and this is how much money you'll have left over. So basically, here's what it's doing in a nutshell, guys. This is how much money you have to spend a month. Like for me, I got $3,096 and change. Okay? What I'm then going to have is that car payment, $450 a month, is going to come out of that $3,000. This house payment, $404 a month, is going to come out of that $3,000. How much I got to pay back for my college loan is going to come out of that $3,000. Then how much I got to pay back in a credit card a month is going to come out. And then this is the stuff I have to live is going to come out, and it's all going to be put in there for you. So it's basically, can you survive with the job you have and all the stuff you have to pay back that you've borrowed, and including the stuff you've already are paying right now. Okay, so that is it. Tomorrow we'll do credit cards and expenses, and then we'll start working our way towards the end of this by Wednesday into Thursday. Friday you'll be able to turn it in. All right, so if you're doing the paper packet, okay, let's get to that right now so you guys can kind of see it. If you're doing the paper packet for everything else and what's basically going on, we are getting down to the last couple of pages here. Okay, last couple of pages are basically being discussed and looked at as far as these things go. So today, here's what you got. It's basically matching up some vocabulary terms and just kind of looking at some of the main points and then some of the extra points as far as this. So let's blow this up just a little bit so you guys can see it. There we go. All right, so this next one, it says, before you learned about commercial bankings, we talked about that last week, how banks took over, credit unions and national banks went on. As it says, as you read, take notes to keep track of main ideas and supporting details. So this is basically the idea of now how to use banks to your advantage. So here's the main point of this. You'll notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 vocabulary words. You got 3 main ideas, okay? So what that's going to leave is 8. So you're going to have a couple different details you're going to need to fill in on this stuff. I'm going to give you the main ideas. You need to go through and make sure you have the details filled in at the exact same time, okay? So here's the main ideas, guys, as far as all this stuff basically goes into it and everything else. So if you're looking at all this and you're trying to break it down, you've got the main 3 categories are going to be, and I'll give you this, savings, investments, and then the last one is what's called a financial asset. That's it. So you can get rid of some of those different kinds of things. So here's the main thing, guys, you need to understand. This is where a lot of people have some issues because they think all the banks are there to do is to take your money and to basically hold on to it. Banks are actually institutions that, one, not only take your money, two, not only hold it, but three, can actually make you money if you want to use it that way. And this is basically what these three things are. Savings, that's pretty much what it sounds like, guys. You let the money sit in the bank and they hold on to it for you, but they also use it at the same time. What people don't know is banks and other companies are not just there to track money. They're there to make money. What they do is they basically borrow your money that you save, quote unquote, in a place, and they start investing it. That's the next part. Investing is where you put money to work. Literally, all you have to do when you want to invest money in a bank is move it from one account type to the next. I will get into those tomorrow. You can see there's a bunch of different ones that are also there as well. And then the last one is this idea of a financial asset. Guys, a financial asset is anything you can sell for a dollar value later. Anything you could sell, cash in, whatever it is, and make more money. So these are the three main ideas. One is the idea of just letting your money save it and, hey, it doesn't do anything. Investing is this idea of, hey, I'm going to make my money go to work. I'm not just going to let it sit there and not grow and not get any bigger. Investing is a different way to do that. A financial asset is basically stuff you already have, but you're going to sell it possibly at a later time. Okay, so this is where you start to see a lot of different things in a lot of different areas for people to basically go through and look at in different ways, shapes, and forms. All right, so we'll talk a little bit more about using banks to your advantage in the last two pages here to tomorrow. All right, so hopefully you guys have no major issues there. That gets you guys caught up a little bit on the folio and the review stuff and then Section 7 papers. I cannot stress this enough, guys. Back again, if you want to stay in my class to get this Econ credit, you must email me or contact me in a comment or something no later than 12 p.m. tomorrow, April 28th. If you don't, basically they're just going to drop you from an Econ class. So if you guys were to basically look at this right now, you've got 11 total grades, and that's it. That's pretty much where we're stopping. You notice it says May 1st. That's it. Econ is over with on May 1st. Okay, literally this Friday is the last actual lesson day for this stuff. So if you don't contact me, you're basically going to be kicked out of all the Power School and dropped out of my Google Classrooms and things as of about 3 p.m. Tuesday afternoon. Okay, so again, guys, if you want to stay with me, I've had a couple people already email me. That's fine. Just a reminder about that grade anchor. Whatever your grade is, all right, as of roughly about March 20th, it's not going any lower than that. Some of you guys had like 86s. Some of you guys had like 70s. Some of you guys had failing grades. Some of you guys had 98s. They're not going any lower than that. So if you've already got that grade, guess what? And all we're doing right now is to help people get higher grades and to basically do more things and to give you guys more opportunities of things you need to know when you're out there on your own. So again, go back, email me if you want to stay on. If you don't, all right, again, that's it. You guys, pretty much all you guys have 2 social studies credits to your name and transcripts at this time. All right. So again, that's it for Econ today. I will be available for some Q&A time, as always, in the afternoon through the bit.ly Coach Bowman chat down there at the bottom. You can see it right here. It's kind of blinking next to it. Please drop in and ask me any questions you have at any time. Like I said, I'm usually on there for a couple hours every afternoon from about 1 to 3. And it should be that same time, roughly around today. All right, so that's it for today, guys. Talk to you today or tomorrow. Hopefully everything with you guys being happy and healthy. And like I said, we'll get into more of this the next couple days. Finish it up on Friday.